Welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Honest Adonis, on the Honest Adonis 2 channel. We are on the road to 1 million subs. Only 977,128 to go. And we'll get there faster if you subscribe, share, and like the video. And comment. YouTube likes it when you talk to each other in the comments. So, let's get into these creepy videos. Shall we? We shall. Turkey seen eerily circling gravestone in... I can't read that fast. Is this some of Kamala Harris's people?
That's not funny.
So Greece has been getting hammered by thousands of earthquakes. Now a meteor flies overhead.
So the truth is, aliens aren't here to invade. They're here to observe. Think about it this way. Humanity has reached a turning point. We've created technology powerful enough to destroy each other. Yet we struggle to evolve beyond greed, division, and cruelty. They're watching to see if we could rise above, if we could finally embrace unity and compassion. Are we ready to become part of something greater, or will we stay trapped in the cycles that hold us back? Their presence is a mirror forcing us to ask, are we ready to evolve?
They've been telling us in movies and TV shows, man, putting it right in our face. That's the real alien invaders. Tch. Think they slick. But we know the truth over here, right?
Why do black women wear wigs? I've gotten this question multiple times, and I'm just letting you know my answer may not be the same answer that every other black woman has. So, if you can relate, you can relate.
White women, if you're wearing a wig, there's something wrong with you.
But we know the truth over here, right?
This is what my natural curly hair looks like. I know it's kind of far, sorry. Very hydrated, right? Yeah. This is also my natural hair, but in an afro. Now, to answer your question of why I wear wigs if I have nice hair, I have two main reasons. First reason and main reason is to
But we know the truth over here, right?
Most black women do not wear their natural hair.
So most black women couldn't wear their natural hair.
What did you say, nigga?
In America, it was against the law to wear your natural hair. Most women had to wear the I ain't your mama rag around their head. Most women could not be seen in front of massa with your hair exposed. So most black women cannot be equated or just there's no comparison there. Most black women are the original women. They are the mothers of humanity.
We don't believe that, YouTube. It's nonsense. Poppycock, Boulder Dash.
I was scrolling on Twitter, man, and I seen this post, man. So we got Maui, Hawaii, we got Paradise, and we got Los Angeles. That last pick is the most recent pick. If y'all know the fires in Maui, Hawaii.
Dude, it's not Mau. Black people either always adding a letter, a syllable, or taking it away.
But notice what's standing. All of these buildings getting destroyed, right? But the trees are still standing, bro. The trees are still standing. And I was just scrolling on Twitter and they pointed that out to me. And I'm like, yo, I ain't gonna lie. I never even thought about it that way. Like,
of course you never thought of it that way. You call the place Mau.
Nature got real strength, bro. Because you gotta think about it. When you see a tree that's tall, that's 80, 90, 100 years. These little quick buildings, these things can come down quickly. And you notice something too, even when it comes to the old architecture, the old structure, like old world Tartarian buildings, bro, them don't burn down easy. So even when they be like, oh, we destroyed them and this, bro, what was they using? Because, bro, them didn't burn down. The Chicago fires, but that's a whole nother story, right? The SF earthquake, I'll be starting to like just look more into all of these things and study alternate history, because that's what they like to call it. If you don't,
you see the trees standing and you're telling yourself nature is strong. Okay. A picture says 1,000 words, and we don't know what 1,000 words it's saying to this guy who pronounced Maui as Mau. The I don't even, it's just there. Okay.
Study history given to you by the Smithsonian is alternate history, right? But What all of these things have in common is the trees always survive.
So apparently back in the 1900s, if you asked them, what do you think the world would look like in 100 years? This is something that they came up with. And things like this. In the 1940s, this is what they thought 2011 would look like. But this is important, stay tuned. Now, if you ask people today what they think the world would look like in 100 years, you're probably going to get a majority of the people saying something like this. But imagine if 100 years ago that they imagined that this would be in 100 years. Imagine what the world would be like now. So why are we doing this now? Why do we think that this is going to be the future? Are we manifesting the correct future by believing in these kind of futuristic images? Or can we change it and start manifesting this kind of future in our minds? I would much rather have things like this.
Can you manifest a job? Because you look like a 70s porn star. I mean, are you? No shade. Okay.
Next time someone thinks about the future or asks you what you think the future is going to look like, don't think this. Think this.
Envision a different face, and then we'll take it from there.
Deuteronomy 7. The Hittites were cave dwellers.
Why did that look like the Hittites? Did she spell that wrong?
And descendants of Esau. Their name means sons of terror. They were giants. The Hittites had a few symbols, one of which was the double-headed eagle, another was the bull and bull horns with a sun disk around it. They created...
Jeez, this music sucks. I'm going to try to put some different music in it, because everyone is not a content creator. That's probably her favorite song. Some her baby father put together, and he said, here, babe, use it. And he's trying to be supportive. I get it, but he sucks, and not in a good way that you want him to. Let's try this.
Created their own set of laws, statutes, and commandments. Many of the Hittite laws mirror the laws of Yah, but there are some that are really odd. Example, Hittite law number 199. If anyone have intercourse with a dog or pig, he shall die. If a man have intercourse with a horse or a mule, there is no punishment, but he shall not approach the king and shall not become a priest. Not all Hittites were bad. Uriah was one of King David's most loyal and dedicated soldiers. Come back for part 3 of the Hittites.
Something galactically big is going on, and they're all aware of it, and all of this connects. It's actually insane. So in order to be able to understand all this, we need to go back. And we'll come right back to this, which just happened. She also performed at the Super Bowl. Right before the Olympics, we had these really crazy crop circles that had no other place but Stonehenge. Out of all places, I know it's crazy. And you remember the theme of the Olympics, right? But first, this discovery was also made 1 month before. All this stuff is starting to line up, right? And also that same exact month, the moon started showing the empty part and doing this crap. All in the same month. Then of course we had the Olympic show with the praying mantis right in front of the gray alien performing. Mantis here was known to the natives, and he always popped up before the grays came. Stay with me. And what was the shirt that Jim Carrey just popped out wearing? Yeah, the praying mantis. We've all heard the story of how it came to be, right? They almost look identical, huh?
Not her. Him. Hey, what's up, dude? You're an alien? All famous people are aliens.
So then the mantis makes an appearance right here when he says that all celebrities are aliens. And then we have SZA, who just performed at the Super Bowl. Then she releases her extended album. Don't give me the butterfly crap, it's a praying mantis. Because just like the native legend, the demonic meat suits are about to make an appearance. These are allegedly real. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. And every single one of these people know about it. It's a screenplay. Nah, I'm just being stupid.
Yeah, because it sounded stupid. So I'm glad you realized that you were just being stupid. Isn't, for entertainment purposes, fun? It's fun. But he was stupid. I didn't mean to entertain you with his stupidity. Very convincing, right? I'm not sure what I'm convinced of, but I'm sold. You got me.
I come here twice a week in the morning just for their breakfast burritos.
Wait, he murdered her. Police, those children were hunted down, and you go where for the burritos? To the murder shack? Would you eat at the murder shack? Well, if their burritos were good. But what is the burrito meat made of? Murdered women? That's silly, YouTube.
On the morning of April 22nd, 2024, a 10-year-old boy in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma called the police. And this
I'm in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma.
10-year-old boy told the police dispatcher that his 3 brothers and his mother and father were all dead.
I have 3 brothers and a mother and a father. Wait, no, I don't. No.
On the night before, John Candy, the boy's father, had gotten into an altercation with his mother, Lindsay. This caused John to snap and shoot and kill his wife. Afterwards, John then turned the gun on his young children. And as the police described, he, quote, systematically went through the home shooting and killing the children.
Off of an argument you snapped and did that? No. He been wanting to snap for a long time. He wanted to do that. You ever have somebody just start an argument with you so they can flip out? That's what he did. He just said, oh my God, there's no more sugar. Can you imagine that? Just coming up with stuff. Man, it's raining outside. Valentine's Day again?
The police sergeant who spoke on the record also stated that, quote, those children were hunted down and killed, end quote. The victims included 18-year-old Dylan, 14-year-old Ethan, and 12-year-old Lucas. But the Candy's 10-year-old son slept through the murders, and it's unknown exactly why John skipped over killing him. From the outside looking in, everybody said that the Candy family was practically perfect. That John, the father, was your...
Oh no, look at the eyes of the dogs, especially the one on the left. He like, don't let him fool ya, oh no. And then look at the dog on the right. He looked like he's saying, help, get me out of here, please. For he killed me too. As much as animals alert us of danger, it boggles me that black people hate animals. We don't hate them. We just don't want them in our houses. Or is that just me? Was that racist? That was racist.
Average goofy dad. And all the pictures that they took and posted seemed to show this. It's also eerie because John and his wife Lindsay, who he would go on to murder before killing himself, appeared on a local news segment shortly before the murders, talking about how much they loved a local eatery. But this is just a horrible situation and a story that I feel like we hear far too often in America. And the motive behind this crime is still unknown. If you want to hear more true crime stories, listen to the podcast that I co-host with my wife, Courtney, Murder in America. It's available on all streaming platforms, including Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
Should I start a podcast with my wife? What would we talk about? You leave it in the comments and tell me. I don't know. I'm a 50-year-old guy. Podcast? I remember when they came out with podcasts. Somebody told me, yo, you should do that. I was like, man, get the So if you'd like to hear a podcast from me, leave it in the comments. Tell me some of the subjects you'd like to hear us talk about with each other while you listen.
I find out I don't think nukes are even real.
What? We got to dive into that. So what made you have that position?
Actually looking into it, the facts around all of it are insane. So Hiroshima and Nagasaki, I think they were all bombed, but they weren't even in the top 10 most bombed. Did you know that?
No.
Tokyo was way more bombed. They weren't even top 10. And the Japanese didn't surrender because of that. It was because the Russians just went into Manchuria and there was no fallout. The fallout was what scared me. I'm like, okay, so it's going to poison the water and the air forever and ever. And then my dad did a speech in Hiroshima or something and I was scared about the fallout.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh no, there's no fallout. And then I realized that they never even evacuated. And then I started looking into nuclear bombs and I'm like, so where?
They didn't have time to evacuate. I mean, that's what history told us. When did we stop believing history? I'm just leave it in the comments. Okay.
Where is the proof? And then right here in Nevada, they used to blow all of them up. There's no fallout. So I'm like, oh, it's like a psyop. And that's why I'm not even trying to push it on people that they're fake, because I see the game theory of it where it's like, I have a gun under the table, so do I, let's not go to war. But the fear of it was nuts growing up. There's really no evidence that they exist as described.
If a man makes less money than his woman, can he still be the leader in the relationship? Some women say, I can't follow a man who can't provide. But men will argue, leadership isn't about money. What about the respect? So is submission really about money, or is it about women who don't really respect men who make less? So drop your opinions in the comments.
Well, do women respect men at all, whether you make less or more? Most of my subscribers are married or you're in a long-term relationship. So we don't really, I don't know. How do you guys handle the whole thing? Because that's another conspiracy. Oh, women versus men. Oh, I'm still from the, are you going to take your top off? You know what I'm saying. Are you're not gonna... Oh, okay then.
Ladies, would you follow a man who earns less? Fellas, does income really determine leadership?
Well, a lot of guys would date a girl who works at McDonald's part-time. Like if she was cute, juicy, but unfortunately, you know, a lot of women, and we're not shaming you, at the end of the day, you just end up being lonely, jiggly hoes. Because guys who make more money can still be jerks. And I'm not telling you don't mess with him, but I'm saying that's the conspiracy. To keep you
so lonely, 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 lonely. Baby, I'm so lonely, 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 lonely.
Meanwhile, I'll date the girl that's on the fries. She got a fatty. It is what it is. Whoa. Teenage girl arrested for plotting Valentine's Day mass shooting. That's what I'm saying. Wait, did she work on the fries? I think what this emphasizes is that women can be crazy also.
Anything men can do, we can do better.
I'm kidding. Women, you're angels, the darlings of our eyes.
Most people don't know that hidden in the state of Oregon lies the deepest lake in the entire United States. Imagine a lake so deep that if you dropped the Empire State Building into it, the top would still be hundreds of feet underwater. This place isn't just deep. It's a jaw-dropping natural wonder formed over 7,000 years ago by a massive volcanic eruption that left behind an enormous crater. Over time, rain and snow filled this crater, creating a lake with some of the clearest and bluest water you'll ever see. But it's not just its depth or beauty that makes this lake special. It has no rivers or streams flowing in or out, making it one of the purest bodies of water in the world. If you're lucky enough to visit, you'll see a mesmerizing blue that's so vibrant it almost looks surreal. And thanks to its isolation, the water is so clear that you can see down to a depth of over 100 feet. It's also home to an unusual phenomenon called the Old Man of the Lake, a floating tree trunk that's been bobbing vertically in the water for over 100 years. Welcome to Crater Lake.
I don't think the music matches with the ChatGPT script. This is terrible, and I apologize for the lack of originality in this clip. I'm disgusted. Man, you seen Speed? Are you even having fun, my guy? Gee. That looks boring. Jeez. Well, I guess they should have went to the elite after party underground where they're having little babies. That's not true. The elites don't do stuff like that. You gotta stop, okay? These guys are just, I don't know, who knows what they're doing. But that's not what the elites do. Just need to add a little bit of baby oil to the situation, and then it'll probably be a little bit more enjoyable.
And y'all see all of the star power in that room, and that shit still looks boring. And this just proves that nightlife sucks. It's not like it used to be before. It is not lit. That was a Super Bowl party. The Eagles just finished winning the Super Bowl, and that's how everybody looked. Everybody looked mad bored. Like I said in the previous video, everybody in nightlife thinks they're the main character, and that video is a prime example of that.
Yo, does this dude have a filter on? Or is my skin just that bad? Nah, he got a filter. Your bottom lip ain't pink like that. Maybe that's why the nightlife isn't fun. The women is like, which one of these guys are the guys gonna leave with tonight? Because he ain't leaving with me putting filters on his video. But, I mean, I'm not judging you. If you want to put filters on your face, sir, you can do that. This is the LeBron James era that we live in. You're in your comfort era. I mean soft guy era. You need for your features to be softer. Look at those juicy, supple lips. Somebody likes them out there. Don't you, ma'am? I mean, sir. Are you I don't know what you are. Both of y'all. They. Doesn't he look gorgeous? Them. Exactly. We're inclusive on the Honest Adonis show.
Especially if you're a celebrity and you're someone of high status, you consciously or subconsciously have kind of like a god complex. But I thought when you become famous, you get invited to super exclusive and lit parties. You know, not the Diddy parties though, but you get invited to keyword lit.
See how he's not comfortable. You have to be politically correct. You have to shun Diddy while also writing him in Rikers Island. You know, publicly. I don't like Diddy, but then in your free time, try to see if you can visit him. I'm with you, buddy.
And exclusive parties. That Super Bowl party was clearly exclusive, but not lit. Like, come on.
Oh! So, in review, I don't mess with the ocean. Me and the ocean are not friends. I know the ocean. We don't be like hanging out, going to Super Bowl parties like this dude thought he could just do. I respect the ocean. You stay by the beach. I'ma stay here in the concrete jungle. No. I'm not shaming the ocean. No shade. Just separation. Fences make good neighbors. And the fence in my mind says leave the ocean alone. That does not mean I'm scared. You don't know me. Scared.
Hey, ya, vente. Tranquilo, agarra el bote, agárralo, tranquilo, agárralo, no te subas, agárralo. Tranquilo, agárralo. Agárralo, vete para la orilla.
I mean, lucky for this guy, he didn't taste that good. Luckily for him. Well, he's speaking Spanish. Yeah, the whale don't like spicy foods. He's like, I can't have this.
Tranquilo. Ya voy. Agárrate de la cuerdita. Agárrate de mi cuerdita. Tranquilo, agárrate de mi cuerdita. Agárrate de mi cuerdita de atrás, no me tumbes. Eso, tranquilo. Vamos.
Okay, so hold up. Now you're telling me not only do we have plasmoids in the sky and drones searching for the plasmoids, but now we have a vortex under the ocean where another civilization has been living for generations?
I don't mess with the ocean, man. You gonna find out. And I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna upload the video and I'm gonna just explain how you loved the ocean. And obviously the ocean loved you back. It decided, hey, go up and swallow this woman or this man. Hey, swallow this couple. We love you. And I'm going to be there.
I feel like every day I wake up to something new and something crazy, but at the same time, something that I believe because I believed it in my core being for my entire life. But these creatures apparently were discovered. An investigation under the water happened and they found this civilization that's been there for decades.
Well, shout out to white people. You're always being nosy. I mean, investigating things. So you messed around and you found out. And this is going to sound racist. And I don't mean it to sound, I'm just saying black people, we already knew that. We don't really be in everybody's business like white people do. I love y'all white people, especially your women. Ooh-wee, especially the new age white women. Y'all are not the white women I remember when I was growing up in the 80s. This is a different type of white woman, but you still nosy. Yeah. So I just want to put that out there. Different in shape, same in nosiness. Stop investigating everything. But you can't help yourself, white people. God love you.
At what point are we going to get photographs and like HD video of all of this? Because I can see it in my mind's eye, but I need to see it and I need physical proof of it. So have you guys heard of this civilization that's now...
You don't need to see it. You just saw Julio get swallowed up by one of these things from down there. That's not enough? Nah, I need to see the control switch that he pushed and then he told I need to see him communicating. They showed you Aquaman. That's, you don't but want to... Oh, okay.
I feel like I can't keep up with things.
Google has officially changed the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America. Not only that, they really are going all in with Trump because apparently Google Calendars has also removed Black History Month.
Well, people have said for a long time, I don't need a Black History Month. I mean, I didn't say that, but I've heard people have said that. And I mean, what is it a surprise that they changed it to the Gulf of America? Who called it the Gulf of Mexico? Mexicans? Frankly, you need to be asking yourself that. I mean, who named this place America? Americans? Well, not the people native to America. I think they called it something totally different. I don't see why you look so outraged. Maya, can you tell me why you're so outraged?
Pride Month from their official thing. So it appears that they're falling in line.
The big tech giants are really bending the knee to Trump.
The difference.
They're getting work done quickly. This goes.
I gotta give another super shout out to white people. Y'all are really good at following rules that you want to follow when it's time to follow them. Like, shout out to you. That's why I need more white friends. My black friends are hard-headed as a damn. That's the problem with black people. We too much don't give a fuck. And white people, oh, they give a lot of fucks. They care. Not about you and me, but their bottom line. Boy, they care about the dollars. So, shout out to y'all. Was that racist? Nah, that's true. It can't be racist if it's true. That's not a stereotype. White people give a lot of fucks about their bottom line. Right? They damn sure do. They do, though. Yeah.
Of America name change has sparked several other name changes. It's sort of like a name change domino. Pete Hegseth, the defense secretary, he issued a proclamation just a few days ago changing Fort Liberty back to Fort Bragg. There's been a renaming of Greenland proposal. A Republican in Congress wants to rename it the Red, White, and Blue Land, which is kind of funny.
I don't know that conservatives...
That's a little extra. Where you going on holiday? I'm gonna head out to Red, White, and Blue Land. You know that's not what they call it, right? They never stopped calling it. You did? Okay.
Should be so focused on revenge and going back to these names, particularly with Fort Bragg, given that it was celebrating a Confederate traitor. I think most Americans can agree that we don't really need all that.
Guys, here's what it is now. This is what it looks like now. This is an update. It's bad. It is bad. So here we are, guys.
I'm shaking my head because I'm like, this is what the interplanetary leaders are doing. They're interplanetary developers. They're from a different dimension, and they're developing this land. Remember, this land is my land. This land is... No, it's their land, and they're doing what they want to do with it. At least you're alive to see it. So let's try to stop complaining. I mean, geez, glass half full, fellas. Oh, boy, I don't know how your wife deals with you, to be honest.
That is the edge of my pool. Just keep praying, guys. Keep praying. We need it. We need it bad.
We'll pray that you get the hint. We're praying. You're so close, yet so far.
Eastern Kentucky needs it. Prayers bad.
A strange black shadow can be seen in the corner of the room. The dog continues to bark angrily for several seconds before it eventually gets too scared and runs away. What's eerie is that as soon as the dog runs out of the room, a chair can be seen moving immediately afterward. It's almost like whatever strange spirit was in this house was waiting for the dog to leave to move the chair. Sadly, to this day, this mystery has never been solved, but if I were in Sinestia's shoes, I would be looking into moving out as soon as possible. This video just shows that dogs are almost always able to sense danger, even if we have a hard time sensing it ourselves.
Could that be the ghost of a soccer player who died on the field? Probably not.
This lady in Congress apparently was suing Starbucks because they weren't listing the ingredients on their drinks.
Oh gosh.
And the pumpkin spice latte had the active ingredient of ammonia in it.
Oh!
Why? They use it for food coloring.
No
to make it orange. Yeah. So
there's gotta be a better way.
In Europe, they list the ingredients and they use, I believe, carrot or beets or something. That's like a
Shout out to Europe for not poisoning your citizens. That's dope. That's dope.
Natural food coloring. The U.S. Starbucks was using an ingredient that included ammonia in the pumpkin spice lattes to make them orange looking.
What are we doing? Yeah, why?
I wonder why everyone's dying of cancer.
Because we're drinking ammonia. Yeah, and that's on purpose. That has to be on purpose. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you could say that, but we don't know that it's on purpose. Do we know? Do you know for sure? You don't know. You just saying stuff.
Patriotic Americans never suspect that our companies would poison us on purpose.
You know what I'm saying? Okay.
Because it's the cheaper option.
And there's no way they just cut it out. It's the middle of fall. You know how many millions of gallons they have of that stuff, probably?
Oh my gosh.
I got pumpkin spice lattes.
Remember that clip of George Bush Sr. throwing up at the thing?
That was not because he had a pumpkin spice latte. Stop just saying stuff. I know we're trying to entertain people and get our money, but you don't have to resort to lying. I mean, the more logical thing to say is that was really George Bush's robot, and the robot was throwing up the robot fluid that makes it run. That's more believable than
putting ammonia in a pumpkin spice latte.
Boy, do you have an active imagination. I tell you.
Yeah. Did you see the video clip, the news clip that happened afterwards?
I think so.
It was really weird. I watched this video about it, but they said, one, it was super weird that when he started throwing up, his wife put a towel over his face. Yeah. And so he's just like,
I like Project 2025. Ask me why I like it.
Why do you like Project 2025?
I love it because it's going to get black people in order.
Nothing is going to get black people in order. As a person of color, or a black person, you want to say, I'm kind of reddish. You see the reddish hue. That's because of the Native American. But anyway, these Negroes ain't gonna get it together. They can't. And that's a win for America, because if they ever did get it together, boy, did they get it together one time? Yeah, that was back in the early 1900s. You know, that was just a collection of people of color that happened to make this town that flourished for 20 years until it went down the tubes eventually. Well, there were other towns like that in the early 1900s, but they all went down the tubes, because
Force us to organize. It's going to force us to love one another, because democracy for too long was too nice to black folks, especially black women. A lot of black women going to find out you a CEO, you're going to find out you was hired because you a DEI. Diversity, equity, inclusive, you one of them highest. Brothers too. Brothers be, I'm the only black man in the office. I'm proud. No, bro, you a DEI hire. Black women have lived a good life under the Biden administration, under the Obama administration. They're the ones that say, I don't need a man, I don't want a man, because I am a man. When we put our hopes, our dreams in Democrats or Republicans, they'll make our hopes, our dreams to fail. That's prophesied in the Bible. Project
2025 was in the Bible? Wait a minute. Was Project 2025? Now, come on, man. You guys leave it in the comments if you read the scripture that said Project 2025. What's that said? Mark, Luke, John, them? You let me know so I can read it for myself.
2025 is a good thing, because we've been telling Christians, come out of Christianity, come out of the Democrat, these politics, and they go no, and they gave us the finger. Now we see it coming to fruition. Now Trump is saying, you know what? We need to get rid of the Mexicans. We need to get rid of Dominicans. He said, in fact, we need to question Native American Indians.
But they've always been saying we need to do that. I think we as Americans were just like, you can't do that. Don't ask people questions. And now Trump is like, no, we need to ask questions. Questions need to be asked. And we're going to ask them. We're going to ask the tough questions. We don't like the answers to these questions, but they need to be asked.
What the liberals did, they used the 14th Amendment to bring in Chinese, Japanese, East Indians. They used that to say, oh, if you're born here, but Trump brought it out. He said it was never for them. It was only for the children of the slaves. So now he's also discussing housing. He said, we're putting all this money into free housing, into welfare and all this. We need to start thinking about pulling that back. Bravo. Black people, you're going to learn today.
No, they won't. They don't learn. They're averse to learning. Unless it's like twerking or something destructive. They learn that pretty quick. But this? Nah, they ain't gonna learn it. That's why we need the Antichrist. Only then will you learn. And we're moving towards that. You learning. We're moving towards you learning. How it's gonna be glorious.
Around 100 women were kept as slaves on a human egg farm in the country of Georgia, where they were fed hormones and treated like cattle. Their horrifying ordeal has been revealed by 3 Thai women who were freed from the clutches of the egg mafia on January 30th after being exploited for half a year. They were held captive on a human farm by a criminal organization led by Chinese criminals who sold their eggs on the black market. They were lured in by a job offer off Facebook, promising them $17,000 to work as surrogates for Georgian couples who
Well, you are surrogates. You're giving up your eggs. I'm curious. Did you get your 17 bands?
could not have children. Once they arrived, they realized it was just a front. They were pumped with hormones and forced to have eggs removed once a month. It is not known how many women are still being held on the human farm. Investigations are ongoing.
There is no $35 trillion. Not only are we not in $35 trillion of debt, there's no $35 trillion at all. It doesn't exist. That's not a real number. That's not a real amount of money. This whole system is not real. And I think that we're all playing along like it's a real thing. And that's good because that's how the economic system works. But just to reel it in real quick, it doesn't make any sense. The money we're spending isn't real. Like literally the cash as well as the number. No such thing as $35 trillion of debt. Doesn't exist. No such thing as like amount of U.S. currency. We print it and make it up. Just for all of our followers, I hope we all can come to the agreement and consensus that we're operating on a system where the numbers are made up and everything's for fun.
Damn, thank you for turning off the siren. It's like, gosh, the earth is shaking underneath my feet and you won't turn the siren off? Come on, man. It's a blood clot natural disaster, man. Blood fire, man.
Why are all these homes in DC suddenly for sale? It's like all these homes just went up for sale overnight. Why is everyone selling their home? It says here that everyone in DC is Googling criminal defense lawyer. Why are they doing that? According to Google, in Washington, DC, the search for lawyer has shot up over 400%. Is this like parking tickets or something? Or wait a minute, it says right here that some of the top searches have been wipe hard drive offshore bank. Is that like they have to like shut down a lemonade stand or something? Or what's going on? Someone significantly smarter than me is going to have to come in here and explain. I can't put these things together, but I know there's someone out there that can help me piece this puzzle together and solve this.
Was that Michael Bolton's little brother? Or, no, I'm thinking of the other long-haired white guy. McDonald? That's him? Michael McDonald? He looked like one of them. Which one? Y'all tell me. I seen him somewhere. I can't figure it out. Maybe this is why they're trying to get out of DC. The searches on Google, I don't even know how you even got that information, but maybe they're relocating because they're like, oh, the interplanetary developers need this plot of land. I need to get out of Dodge.
Look at this. Somebody come look at this. Look at this. Somebody come and look at this. Look at this.
Witchcraft. Not Minecraft. Witchcraft.
Trump isn't tearing down American power. He's overseeing its managed decline. His job is to sell you that collapse as a victory. Mass deportations aren't about border security. They're about removing the workforce that kept manual labor jobs cheap. You are next in line to take those jobs. Picking fruit, washing dishes, scrubbing floors. Corporate America has been preparing you for it for years. They told you college was pointless, not because of woke indoctrination, but because they don't want you too educated to be a warehouse grunt. 60% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. Wages have stagnated since the 1970s, while CEO pay skyrocketed by over 1,400%.
If you know, you know. I don't really like that saying, but I'll use it here. If you know, you know. So this is part of why in that day, like Isaiah 4:1 says, 7 women will take hold of 1 man.
Elite built their empire on your labor and debt, and now they're abandoning ship. Offshore accounts, private jets, billionaire bunkers. They don't care about your survival. They've made their plans. The U.S. economy is on life support.
You a cutie too. You could be one of the 7. I understand I already have a wife. And my wife is going to be a little bit selective. She's going to say, well, you know, we ain't just out here helping hoes. What can you do? Because your degree is not going to help you get some of this food that we have. Or this bottled water that we've stockpiled. You thirsty? Are you thirsty? What do you look like with that shirt off?
Bruh.
Well, how thirsty are you, bitch? Not that thirsty. Not yet. But you will be. You will be.
Corporate profits hit record highs, but American industries are collapsing under global competition. Oil is a prime example. American producers need $40 a barrel just to stay viable. OPEC can still turn a profit at $10. If they want to, they can flood the market and bankrupt U.S. producers overnight.
You can see it in her eyes. She thinking about that bottled water, right? Boy, it's refreshing. It's don't worry. I'm nice. I'm not, you know, I don't want your kids or nothing like that. Like, I'm not going to do nothing to them. Remember Justin Timberlake? I got supplying. He wanted to trade the kids for a bottle of water. No. There's plenty of water in here. Don't look so upset. Yeah, just first take your hair out of that I got to go to work bun. That's first. Let's do that. How do you look with your hair down? Right. Do a little spin right fast. You're a little flat back there. But about that shirt coming off again. You hungry too? We got some. You want some fruits? Because you look dehydrated. Hey, it's up to you. Independent. You don't need no man, and you don't need me. You don't need me or my refreshing, life-saving water. You don't need that.
Trump knows this. He's already watched it happen, but he'll still tell you to drill, baby, drill. His rhetoric isn't about energy independence. It's about running you into the ground. Trump's policy...
I'm getting handsomer and handsomer. Each sentence, later for that, each word in red that's highlighted, she like,
He looking gooder and gooder.
That's one of them black people things. What the hell is gooder? The way I look, opposed to the dehydration that you in right now?
Policies do not protect American jobs. They hand your future to global financial elites, those who own...
Look at her shaking her head like, nah, I can't do that. I'm a strong... I feel you, girl. Just think about it as your stomach starts to rumble. And it says...
Damn it! He got a whole chicken in there, girl. We ain't eating about a week. What is we gonna do?
I can't say you're getting cuter and cuter. It's another girl beside you that's in your same predicament. Now, what is you gonna do?
Trillions through asset managers like BlackRock and Vanguard. These companies have no allegiance to America. They operate above national interests, exploiting markets and workers wherever it's most profitable. They see you as disposable labor in their global empire. America...
This is how they see you, babe. I don't see you like that. Especially when we all had money and everything was... I didn't see you like that. Yeah, there's my wife here. And I'm not throwing her out. I know that's what you would prefer that I've done. But I never disrespected you. It's just now that you need a glass of water, you kind of got to shut the fuck up. But I didn't do it to you. You wasn't watching the news? You weren't paying attention to the global shifts? You didn't invest in crypto? Oh, you was watching the Dior bags. Oh, okay. You was getting lace fronts. Right. You was shaking it on TikTok? No doubt. I saw those. You had an OnlyFans. You was an entrepreneur. Right. Now water is the only commodity that matters. Yeah, didn't see that coming. You know who did? You're a man. Oops, don't need one of those.
Because decline isn't accidental, it's baked into the system. Predatory capitalism has reached its final phase. The rich have untethered themselves from the nation and its people. They will sacrifice you without hesitation. The ship is sinking. You will not be saved.
Well, I mean, unless you want to take that top off, you got some juicy lips, you know. You got natural beauty. You look like a lot of your beauty has depleted over the years, you know, working 40 hours. That'll do it to you every time. But, again, how thirsty are you?
Not thirsty enough to be letting no man tell me what to do, you know what I'm saying? I don't need your chicken, I don't need your water. I'd rather be out in the middle of the forest with a beer, you know what I'm saying? Shoot, while I like...
Well, on the bright side, with global warming, you won't have to deal with that anymore because they'll just go extinct. So, silver lining. You know what I mean? Daily Mail, y'all gotta stop the kid killing at least one person. This killed at least one person? Such accurate reporting from these guys. Is that what that is? Are these orbs leaving? It sounds good and looks good to say and hear. Is it though? I don't know.
Elon Musk goes offline after MAGA influencer Ashley St. Clair announced she's the mom to his 13th child. The Tesla CEO has not denied or confirmed the 26-year-old's claim, but issued a one-word response on X, writing, "Whoa." His decision to go offline followed a series of posts in the last few hours about unrelated matters. Musk put the unusual decision to take a break from X down to spending time working on his AI chatbot, writing, "We'll be honing the product with the team all weekend, so offline until then."
I mean, there really only is one thing you can say to that. Lonely, jiggly hoes. She don't got no man, but she don't give no damns. Lonely, jiggly hoes. She got her degree, bro, that's all that she needs. Lonely, jiggly hoes. Dancing by herself, boy, she don't need your help. Lonely, jiggly hoes. Ooh, babe. She got her new house. Man, what you talking about? Man, these women done lost their mind. Out here shaking with a big behind and some tick bitties. Don't know what you wanna do with it. Too hard-headed, couple weeks of brother through with it. But don't even worry about them. Keep wearing too tight clothes at the gym and on your TikTok. Set another thirst trap. Dancing by yourself, your bitter girls in the back. Ayy. Lonely, jiggly hoes. She don't got no man, but she don't give no damns. Lonely, jiggly hoes. She got her degree, bro, that's all that she needs. Lonely, jiggly hoes. Dancing by herself, boy, she don't need your help. Lonely, jiggly hoes. Ooh, babe. She got her new house. Man, what you talking about? Thank you to my channel members. We said thank you. Ha! To my channel members. No diddy when I say member. Thank you. To my channel members. Fuck you if you're not a member. Nah, I'm just kidding. But seriously, join. Thank you.